Hello everyone. First of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Tuna Kılıç. I'm a geologist, have been working for Datamine International since 2018 at Turkey local office. As you know, due to the coronavirus, which is experienced worldwide, many companies have decided to conduct the work from home. We are one of the companies making this decision in order not to endanger the security of both our users and also our colleagues. In this travel period, we will try to maintain our communication with you through this kind of online activities. We hope that we will get rid of this danger as soon as possible and return to our routine life. I would like to thank you on behalf of myself and my company for attending this event by sparing time in your busy working schedule. When I checked the registration list, I noticed that we have some participants who are already using Discover or other Datamine solutions. But for the participants who are attending a Datamine event for the first time, I would like to give some brief information about the company. I will just focus on 3 points in order to create an idea on Datamine in your minds. At the beginning, Datamine was a company that provides software to the mining industry. Datamine solutions covered the entire mine operation chain from exploration to modeling, from modeling to planning. In the following processes, Datamine has been continuing to organize trainings, seminars on those softwares, and also provide on-site installation services for some of the programs. And also, we are conducting consultancy services. We have offices that provide operational activities in total of 18 countries worldwide. And one of the most important point is that at least one of these offices will be on duty and ready to help you at any time you need technical support, regardless of time, day, or holiday periods. Now I will continue with the Datamine Discover, but before starting, I should say that we have a very limited time, as you know, and it's very hard to, actually it's impossible to explain all the features, explain all the tools. We just defined today meeting's subject as creating Drillhole sections in Datamine Discover. By creating these Drillhole sections, we will be looking to the importing of Drillhole data and validation and also modification of the data. But if you would like to get some more further information related with our product, and also if you would have any questions, any comments, I will share my email and also our support team's email. You can directly get in contact with us. Please do not hesitate. As most of you are familiar, Discover is a program that works on mapping for software. As a new opportunity now, you can use Discover on ArcGIS platform as well. Basically, Discover is a GIS software, Geography Information System software. This point is very important because it serves not only in the mining industry, but also it can be used by the different disciplines which are based on the coordinate system. If 3D tool is included, it can be used with the 3D feature as well. After Discover joined to Datamine, most of the updates focus on geological tools. As a result of this, the usage and the yield rate in the mining industry have increased. It can be used to perform the necessary analysis for the geochemical studies that we frequently encounter in Drillhole projects. And also you can prepare printouts in the form of tables or graphics. In addition to mining, it is actively used in oil and natural gas projects and also different disciplines such as environment, water, waste, and disaster management. Now we can continue to progress through the software. When we open up the software, we're gonna face with the 2D study area. When we have a look at the menu located above, we have only home, table, map, spatial, and layout. They are coming with the MapInfo software, but when Discover tools are loaded, you can see that it can be understood from here. It's actually more functional than the MapInfo, although it is working on it, because it enables more tools to be used. It's a very user-friendly software. You can reach this. You can reach the same tools, same comments from different parts. It's not necessary to changing menu or searching for some comments, some tools. You can reach similar or the same tools under the different menus. For example, when we would like to open up any file, you can directly select if they are prepared according to the tab format. Tab format is the main file format for the Discover. And also, if you would like to open up another file which is coming from the different service suppliers, you can select, for example, Excel files for the ASCII format, for the TXT files, or raster image, grid image. You can select different file types from here. I have essay, color, lithology, and survey, and also topography. I'm gonna open up those. Let's start with the color. As you can see, I have a table actually prepared for the color data. You can see that we have a whole ID, names of the drill holes, easting and northing for the coordinates, and also RL is referred to the elevation. And also we have azimuth and dip values and the total depth. For the survey file, we have whole ID again to mesh our database. Two values. In some cases, you can face with the at, as it can be written as at, and also azimuth and dip measurements. For the lithology file, we have from two values. We have intervals and also geological units. And in the assay file, we have again intervals and also the grade values coming from the laboratory analysis. Let me close the visibility of color points. I have the topography. As I mentioned before, we're gonna work on the 2 discipline for this webinar. But if you are working with a 3D tool, it can be visualized as 3D feature. I'm gonna open up also section lines. If you have section lines similar to this one, you can directly use. Otherwise, the software will let you to produce new section lines if you don't have at this stage. Let's come to the drill holes menu. You can find the whole tools, whole commands related with the drill holes. Open, import, create new drill hole project, and also validation commands, legends, sections. You can find the all tools related with the drill holes under the drill holes menu. If you have previously created projects for your drill holes, you can directly open them, or you can import previously created projects. Now we're gonna create a new project. I click on the new project button. Drillhole project setup wizard will be open. Now we should give a name for our project. Let's say webinar subscore the host. You can give a description to easily take your studies. And also we should define the file path to save this Drillhole project. My measurements are depth values or length values, all are in metric values. So I should select the meter. And also for the project type, we have three alternatives. First one is the project will contain only drill holes, or the project can be contain only trench data. The last option is project contains drill holes and or trench. So we can create the combination of, we can create a project that includes the combination of both drill holes and trench. Now I only have the drill hole values, so my project will only contains the drill hole data. When I click next, color and survey parts will be displayed. As I have already opened up the files, color, survey, lithology, assay, the software automatically detect my files and place them to the right locations. But if you didn't open any table, you can click open table button and you can open up your files. Hole ID is seeing northing values. As I said, elevation refers to actually RL refer to elevation values, azimuth, deep, and total depth. For the survey, again, hole ID, 2, azimuth and deep values. We have an option to define the deep values because there is no general definition to define deep values. Some companies can use, some companies are using negative, actually minus sign before the angle values. Some are not. So you can select, if your data is prepared according to minus signs, you can select the down dip is negative option. When I select next, I have two downhole table, as you know. One is assays, the second one is the lithology. When I edit them, hole ID from two values automatically detected by the software. Let's continue. I have a topography surface. I select my topography file. If you have any other file for the surface drape or the contour files, you can select them, you can add them into the project. Let's continue. At this point, if you don't have any section line, you can create a new section line table, or here, as you can see in the pink color, I have a section lines. I have section line table, so I will import them. When I click OK, the software will automatically create our Drillhole project according to the input files, according to the color, survey, lithology, and assay files. Now, as you can see, Discover created a new map window called as webinar subscore the holes, which is the same name I have given to the project name. And before going forward, let's validate our data. From the manage, you can select validate. It detects the colors, surveys, assays, and lithology files, and validation will be done for those files. Click OK. Now, some are default validation parameters, but you can add some more. It depends on your project's specifications. When I click next, color, as you can see, passed. For the survey, let's also check the color mismatch. We have two errors, two possible errors. Definitions are no survey records for the both of them. So for the MS1000 and also, sorry, MS100 and the MS101, I don't have any survey records. I should check them. I mean, if I was working for a mining company, I should check them. But in this case, I will assume that those two are not inclined drill holes. And also, let's have a look for the downhole data. As you can see, as you know, I have two downhole table. First one is assay, and the second one was lithology. We don't have at some parts we don't have downhole records for some drill holes. 3 of them don't have assay files, and the 2 of them don't have lithology logs. Let's continue as it is, and when I click OK, it will recreate the drill hole project. Now, let me turn off the visibility of the topography and also, for example, section lines. Yeah, those are my color points for the drill holes. Let's click on the generate sections. Firstly, I will start with the plan section. I will create a plan section for my drill hole project. I select the plan, and my all drill holes are selected, as you can see, and I'm just clicking generate. When I click generate, you can see the traces of the drill holes from the plan view. Let's a little bit zoom in. For example, MS18, we have the drill hole traces. If you remember, we didn't have survey records for 2 drill holes, MS100 and MS101. They are perpendicular. Let's create a legend to increase the visibility of our data. I'm clicking down all data. From this window, you can create you can display your download data in different ways. For example, you can add text or line graphs. For example, for the grade values, you can create a line graph to display the gold grades or copper grades, what you have. You can add bar graphs or trace shade. I'm going to use trace shade for this example. I have assays and lithology, but now I will create a legend for the lithologic units. I selected lithology for the table, and also my lithologic units were categorized under the geocode field. If you have previously created legends, you can directly select one of them, or you can create or import another legend. When you select new and enable this one, because I have a database to create my legend, my dataset will be lithology, my field will be geocode, as similar to the previous step. Let's define a name, lithoweb. All geological units in the lithology file will be listed here, and you can change their color, line thickness, or patterns. You can give separate texture for each unit. you can give different thickness values for each unit. I have a previously created legend here. It will be easy to use, and also it will be easier to analyze my data. I'm going to use this one. I'm selecting my legend and select OK, and it should be applied to the plan section. Then just click apply. When you click apply, our drill holes will be displayed according to created legend. You can also open up the automatic label. Now let's continue with the sections, the drill hole sections. I'm closing this one, and also I will open up my sections. Again, I came to the generate sections, but this time I will be focusing on the sections. For the sections, I should select my section lines. I came to the section lines, right click on it and select all. All section lines will be selected now, and you can define that. For example, envelope width will be 50 meters. When you click populate from selected lines, you can see that here in the within the red rectangles, I have section envelopes. But at some points, for example, at this point, some parts of my drill holes are not stay any envelope. So I should a little bit more increase the envelope width. I select my section lines and let's define 70, a little bit more, 95 will be, yeah, will be great for me. Okay. When I increase the section, envelope width, you can see that selected colors, number of selected colors are increasing because all envelopes are covering all the drill holes. Let's define a section name. For example, those will be called as line 1, 2, or something like that. And let's select generate. We're gonna have 15 envelopes, 15 sections, and for each of them, the software will create different map windows. Yeah, great. Now let's have a look at the first one. For the first one, I have MS5 drill hole. I have some layers inside under the map window. Line subscript 1A refers to the labels, drill hole name, and also the metric meters along the drill hole. 1D is the trace of my drill hole, and 1S is the topographic surface. We can check some others. We have two drill holes, MS14 and the MS8. As you can understand, MS8 is end up within this section, but some part of the MS14 is staying another envelope. So defining envelope width is very important to not lose, to not miss out any part of your drill holes, any part of your data. It's very important. From download data, let's again do the same thing. I have done the legend process for the plan section, but those sections, drill hole sections, don't have any legend. Again, I'm gonna use the lithology dual code, the same legend, and for my line sections. When I check them, my legend has been applied to drill holes within these sections. And also we can create polygons to define as a previous part of the explicit modeling. We can create some polygons to define the extension of the units. To do that, I need a layer within those sections. I open up the section manager, and I would like to create another layer within this section. I say add section, and let's give a suffix. Now we have a new layer within the section line 1. It's called as line subscore 1 SL. Let's make it editable, and also let's insert the polygon. You can define the extension area, and also you can use the snap and auto trace. Snap will automatically detect the points to snap to cache the previous locations, and also when you are using the auto trace feature, it will be automatically detect the previous path and will follow it. And also let's define the last one. Yeah, now I have 3 different polygons for 3 different units, and I can add the styles to make them similar to the drill holes. I'm gonna select the same legend from here. The first unit is Brescia. Select Brescia, and from this part as well, it should be saved on this table. When you click on apply, it will be same as the drill holes legend. Let me show you. Your units also will be same as your drill hole data. Let's do the same thing for the black shale. Let's apply, and also I have a volcanic cluster unit. Let's do the same thing. You can do the same process for all of the sections, all of the drill holes. You can combine different drill holes within the same section, and you can create a almost a solid. Actually, we have completed the subject of this webinar, but if you have any questions or any comments, or if you have any suggestions, for example, to conduct similar events, but for different topics, please do not hesitate to get in contact with us. You can directly send an email to us from the email address support.discover@dataminesoftware.com, or you can directly get in contact with me from the address tunahan.kilic@dataminesoftware.com. Please do not hesitate, and thank you very much for sparing your time. Thank you very much.